My name is Jules, and this is my son Calvin. He's 10 years old. We are from Southern Illinois, and we've been coming to the Mayo Clinic since 2020. When we come up here, we always fly through the Rochester Airport in town. That's where we met Rye. He's part of the therapy program here at the Rochester Airport.
When you think about epilepsy, you think about seizures, but Cal's epilepsy affects how he learns. It's seen in about 0.5% of children with epilepsy. Some children don't have seizures with it, and because this is a rare disorder, there's not a lot of agreement in the literature or just clinically in practice. So it's a very gray area of epilepsy.
We used to drive. We didn't start flying until 2022. We would drive and the whole family would come. It was like this whole thing. But with the appointments every week, I asked the doctor, where would we fly into? And he said Rochester, that we have an airport here. I was picturing like a little plane that did this. No, it's a real airport. It's great. There's also a therapy dog program.
The first time we met them, Calvin in particular looked very nervous. But then as soon as he really saw Rye and got to play with Rye, the barrier and that awkwardness completely went away. So I'm Lindsay Wallace. I'm originally from New York, but I moved to Mayo Clinic in order to work here, and then I'm also a handler for the therapy dog program.
It just started to be almost every single time we would get off the plane and Rye was here, and so it was much less stressful of a trip because Rye was gonna be there. And sometimes I told him, but sometimes I didn't. Sometimes it was just like a little surprise.
Most every time that Rye came to the airport, it was becoming more routine that Rye knew, I'm coming to the airport, I'm gonna see Calvin. It's just, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna see my best friend.
I think it makes a world of difference. I mean, it really reduces his stress when we come here because this used to be a totally different trip when we would come up here until we met Rye and became familiar with this therapy dog program. Meeting the dog here before everything, it really does set a tone before we head into a day full of appointments.